was a little kid, growing up in Alaska, I lived 20-something miles outside of the nearest big town, which was Fairbanks, which was about 60,000 people. And we would go in, sometimes my mom would look, the kids would tag along on a big trip to the city. And I guess I was, I probably like 12 years old, 10, 12 years, something like that anyway. I would go to this place called the Comic Shop, which the Resch brothers all worked in, and they were the local guys, and I just knew they were like these older rock and roll guys, and they went on to form a band that was actually had some success. They were called Demon, and when they were in Alaska, they moved to LA and changed the name to Pandemonium, and they had a couple records that came out, and these guys were heroes of mine at the time. They used to sing the Battle of the Bands. They had like a radio commercial like back in the day, and the announcer guy would be talking, and in the background you do this. I had no idea what it was until like 20 years later or whatever it was. I was like, that's that song! I never knew. Anyway, that's my little bit of trivia.
And then you end up on the stage.
And then eventually I end up on the stage with Dennis DeYoung. Kind of like that story.
That is a cool story.
All right. Also, this is, like I said, it's from Cyclorama record. Not a lot of people have heard it, probably, and that's too bad. It's a great record, I thought, and I got in trouble when I told Dennis that when I first met him. But, is that really? But there's some strong songs on there. It's a cool record, I think. But that's the stripped down acoustic version, which is on the album as well. And there's a full-blown 80s epic giant ballad with real strings, a real piano. It's very cool. And Dennis said, he played it for me. He said it sounds like it came out of the Jonathan Cain playbook. And then when the end came and all the whoa whoa whoas, he was mad at me. He was like, that's the hook right there. How can you guys not have words? Why are you going whoa whoa whoa? It should be something. That's the most powerful part of the song. And he's like, hold on, we're at the airport. He's like listening for comes back 15 minutes later. He's like, write this down. He had written a new song for him. I'm like, it's done.
Did you write it down though? Make another song.
I know. He's like, I'm gonna give this to you. It's like
call him right now.
Dennis?
Let's make it happen. Dennis.
We were at that show in Dallas, and those kids, the people up against the chain link fence with their Night Ranger album, and they were yelling at me to come over, and they're like, sign this record. I'm like, why? I'm not in that band. Yes, you are. Like, am I Brad Gillis? Am I Jack Blades? Am I Kelly? It's so bizarre. I'm like, so
you told him like a couple times,
yeah.
I'm not in this band. Like,
yes, you are.
So he signed it. It's like, there, I just ruined your record.
And the tie-in, there, I don't know if Chris Bias is out there now. We have a great Brad Gillis story from 100 years ago, but Night Ranger was in town, and Brad and his monitor tech ended up at the bar, and anyway, not much going on. So I went up to go buy him a drink, and we started talking guitar for a few minutes. He's like, he doesn't want to do that. He's like, what can we do around here? So we went to this other bar, and there's a little more happening, and people recognized him and came over, and they're swarming around our table, and people are asking me to autograph things. Half the people knew me, right? But it's like, because you're with this famous person, I want your autograph. So I'm like, I was signing Henry Aaron all night long. I mean, not all night, it's like 5 times, but I'm like, it's so funny. That's my tie-in. Side note, I sold a guitar yesterday. Robert Sarzo came by the house and picked up my old Ibanez RG 560.
Hurricane.
And I had to take it away from Kennedy to sell it to him. The kind guy that he is, though, he got in the car and he came back out and he said, tell your daughter thanks and I'm sorry. That was really sweet. He's a good guy. All right, this is a song by the band Nelson. And I'll tell my quick little story. I did a video with them, I think it's been 4 years now, 4 or 5 years ago, for the song called Rockstar. You can look it up on YouTube, on the YouTube. But I gotta say this, that those two guys, Matthew and Gunnar, are just wonderful human beings. They're super talented guys.
They have great hair.
They have great hair and even greater teeth. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, people like you actually exist in the wild. It's like, they're just perfect looking human beings. And I also remember, I think when it happened, I think Michelle tried to find a video of them from back in the 80s. And one of the girls, I think maybe Brooke was like, who are those girls? And it's like, they're beautiful.